Hey, you lose that lead again, and I'll kill you. Welcome back to Should You Watch This with a Popcorn Priest, home of the Golden Bucket, a weekly podcast where movie enthusiasts, current and ex-movie theater projectionists, new and old friends, take the time to talk about a movie that we just watched and answer that very question, should or shouldn't you watch this? From the director of Top Gun, Maverick, the greatest jet fighter movie of all time, F1 is next.
I think it's really wonderful that Apex are giving second chances to the elderly.
I wanna let my head down.
Let's see what you got.
Some stuff I said wasn't cool.
It's all right. You're just worried I'm quicker than you. Hi, I'm Sonny.
He's cocky. You were cocky.
You're crazy, bro.
Just keep watching.
Anything else, Professor?
Try fast.
Just keep watching.
F1 the movie. Rated PG-13. June 27th.
I want to extend a very special, I hope I look like that when I'm 61, JJ.
Yo. Yeah, I would be just like 20% of Brad Pitt, I'd be happy with at 60.
I was just about to say that. Welcome to the show. Dude, I could have listened to that trailer for like 90 minutes.
I was looking for a trailer,
It was
but
a
yeah,
sick trailer. We're in F1's situation here. We went to see this movie 2 days ago. This might be released in a week or two, so it'll have been out for a bit. But we just saw it, so it's fresh on our minds. And the description for this one: a Formula One driver comes out of retirement to mentor and team up with a younger driver. I feel like that description's a little weak.
what would you add to it?
It just feels lazy. I don't know. Give it a little bit of pizzazz. It's just like, there's some cars and there's an old guy and a young guy. Have fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Didn't like it. Directed by Joseph Kosinski, director of such hits as Tron, Legacy, Oblivion, Top Gun, Maverick, the aforementioned, and the popular Taco Bell commercial, Web of Fries.
Oh, classic.
You remember that one? I do.
Ukiro Taco Bell.
That was a F1 director. Sometimes you just got to get that cheddar. Top billed stars are Brad Pitt, Damson Idris. Is that Damson Idris? Is that what it is? Damson Idris, and Javier Bardem. Runtime of 2 hours and 35 minutes. Rated PG-13. The genre on Rotten Tomatoes says action, drama, sports.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
I was expecting some like motorsports genre.
We haven't got to IMDb, which is interesting because previously I was giving so much grief in the early episodes of the show that Rotten Tomatoes had terrible genres. It's flipped. It's for sure IMDb. And let me tell you, here are the categories: car action, motorsport, action, drama, and then sport.
Excessive.
It's excessive and doesn't make sense. And I feel like they're just juicing the algorithm.
Car action?
What does that mean? Then car action. And then action.
When is the movie about a car and not like action?
I don't know. And it's also they're race cars.
Driving with Daisy, you would just say car.
Yeah. Speaking of IMDb, they give it a 7.9 out of 10, which is very high. Granted, it's only been out for a little bit, so 38,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes gives this an 83% from 259 critic ratings and 97%.
Whoa.
From 5,000 audience ratings. That was of this morning of the recording. So this probably is going to go down, I'm suspecting.
Yeah, that's higher than what I personally feel about this or what I thought they would be. So,
and I looked at it a few days before we got tickets, and it was actually, because it must have been released somewhere else, because we didn't get it in America till June 28th. There was already reviews, and it was like 95 or something. So it's gone up since the last time I checked it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Where to watch this right now? It's out in theaters. So go watch it. It'll probably be streaming on Apple very, very soon, though, because it's an Apple joint.
Highly, highly recommend the IMAX too.
Oh man, that's what I was just about to say. See it in IMAX, or I will come find you and hurt you.
It's filmed in IMAX. That's the way you need to watch this.
Yeah, the consumption of IMAX is at full when you go see a movie like this. So highly recommend it. Speaking of recommendations, we're at Popcorn Reviews the Reviews. That was a question, I think.
I thought you were going to do your intro, bro.
Where is it?
Here's your intro.
Oh, here. Okay. Popcorn Reviews the Reviews.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
All right, dude. I know you like the Whiplash. What do you want to end down?
A high note.
Okay, good. Okay. I have prepared them that way in advance. The first 1 out of 10 comes to us from Francis Coca Violin. Francis Coca Violin. He gave this review on June 27th. See, this is what leads me to believe that I think people might have seen it a day early.
I wouldn't assume their gender either, on Francis.
Correct. He or she, or they, say the highlight of this film is the opening scene with the race against Ayrton Senna and the 20... Ayrton? I thought his name was Sonny. I don't know.
I think he's referring to another driver.
Another driver. Yeah. And the 24 Hours of Daytona with the Led Zeppelin classic in the background. The film has a poor and predictable story, being practically a comedy. I watched the image of the races shown almost every weekend. A lot of expectations for a film that is bad. If you want to see a good racing film, watch Ford versus Ferrari, Rush, or even Gran Turismo is much better than this film. 1 out of 10.
Hater.
I've seen Ford versus Ferrari. I have not seen Rush or Gran Turismo, but I have seen F1, and this is better than Ford versus Ferrari. And I really like Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah, I agree. I've seen Rush, and I put Rush as my favorite racing movie.
Really?
Top spot, yeah. So this is F1 is obviously below that. But I do agree when he's talking about the script. I do think the script is the weakest point in this movie.
Yeah, there's a couple of spots that are a little weird, but it didn't take me out of the film. And I mean, Brad Pitt was amazing.
So handsome.
But
I like that Francis is reviewing film every on the weekends.
Yeah, he's doing a service. He's trying his best. I don't think this is a 1 out of 10, Francis, but listen, to each his own. Also, if he went and saw this in IMAX, it's not even if it was terrible, it would still be fun. It's fun seeing a movie on the IMAX screen, dude.
Yeah, you can't rate a 1 on an IMAX.
Yeah, that's I don't agree. The next review is a 10 out of 10, and this is a reoccurring reviewer that I try to select on the reg.
Love it. Unique
Particle is back.
Yes.
He gave this review on June 23rd, which leads me to believe maybe he got an early... Oh, yeah, he says... let me just read this. I absolutely loved this. So glad I got to see an early screening with a packed audience. Only annoying thing was that there was this guy to the left of me was a little distracting. Bro went through a slushy in a large water. I guess a fast-paced movie makes someone thirsty.
Why is that distracting? I thought he was going to say he was on his phone, not drinking some slurps.
Maybe he was just slurping it too loud.
Yeah.
Or a large water. Maybe he was clicking that cap too much. I agree with Unique Particle. Shut your mouth. Unless it's a funny joke. I don't want to hear noises in the theater, okay? Unique goes on to say it's basically a car version of Top Gun, which is magnificent. It's so fast paced in the bulk of it. I don't know much about Formula One, but I love Brad Pitt. The director is brilliant and about cinematography. I also love that Kim Bowden from Killing Eve was in this. He's great, and Carrie Condon is one of the most lovely beings. 10 out of 10.
Thanks, Unique Particle.
Yeah.
Sure.
Welcome back to the show. We'd love to have you on if you're listening, which we know you are. So give us
the comparison to Top Gun Maverick, though, is I figured it was probably in like a lot of the reviews, the high reviews.
Yeah.
Just because same director, and it is like Top Gun on a F1 track.
Yeah, but listen, if you haven't listened to some pods that JJ and I have done, we've done a lot of diehards in a thing. That formula is great. If you give me that formula like Top Gun on something else, I'm in. So I use the trope. I don't care.
Agreed.
All right, our second 1 out of 10. What the F says nothing and nobody. I came to this movie with high expectations. I was looking forward to what was going to come out of this movie. There is no rivalry, no actual enemies to friends here, no actual McQueen is fading moments. There's no tension, no build-up, and zero anticipation for anything. Nothing happens but constant failures, which I have to say is realistic, but so dramatic. And then I'm going to skip this next part because it's a little spoilery. Anyway, this movie was for the F1 fans, and guys, in my opinion, definitely wasn't the target audience. I have zero idea what I was thinking other than Damson is fine, but I wanted more content on a lot of things. Plus, women in the movie being placeholders was weird. 1 out of 10. I wish it could be less.
Oh, wow.
Was that a lady, you think, then?
Possibly. But I do, there are like 2 women in this whole movie, and one of them's there for Pitt's love interest, the only woman on the team,
Yeah, but she's really smart.
She's super smart, super attractive, and it's Brad Pitt. You're going to fall for him.
Yeah, I mean, she tries to push him away, but there's no pushing Brad away.
And then I can see their point on the tension. It is just kind of a fun ride. It's not too aggressive in the form of conflict or tension scenes.
Yeah, but I don't think I appreciate those when they're in movies, but I don't think you have to have them in order for it to be good.
No.
Yeah, like
you just be along for the thrill ride,
Yeah, and I love this story of an old, washed up guy that comes back. Like it's the best.
Yeah, I agree with that aspect of it for sure.
Our next 10 out of 10. The best IMAX experience! Exclamation point. This was given to us from Karen Kalantari. That's why we love movies, Karen says. This cinematic experience, feeling the crowd reactions, laughing and cheering together, that's what it's like to watch this movie in IMAX. What surprised me the most, it's shot completely with IMAX cameras and for the first time ever in all IMAX screens. The movie is on full scale from start to finish. It's the best performance of Brad Pitt in years. And when you see his character cry, you will feel it. Hans Zimmer created another masterpiece of score, and Joseph Kosinski direction is absolutely incredible. Javier Bardem, Carrie Condon, and Damson and Cedric were also very great. 10 out of 10.
Thanks, Karen, for sharing as well.
Yeah, I think Karen's pretty in on the IMAX scene.
She gets it, and we made the comment after we saw that we appreciated the whole movie was in full aspect the whole time. I love it.
There are moments when that aspect changes and it becomes a moment in the movie, and that's really cool. But in this aspect, there's so much going on the screen. I wanted to be enveloped, like I was on the racetrack,
100%.
And that's what it felt like. Make sure you're not too far back when you're buying your tickets. Get a little closer. Get at least middle or lower middle, and it'll be nice.
You like that row G, right? That G spot?
Give me that G spot, baby. Sometimes people say it's hard to find. We know right where it is.
We can locate it.
Not where.
Right. Knows where it is.
You're dang right. Brad Pitt knows where it is. Okay, we're back, and we're off to our last 1 out of 10. This is given to us from Pi Tai P55. Pi Tai, one of the worst movies ever.
Ooh.
I'm sorry to say, but this movie is very, very poor. Like it doesn't have enough money to afford things. Or is it they're saying poor, it's not very good.
Yeah, poor taste.
All right. I've never seen so much nonsense in my life. It has really nothing to do with F1. The plot is real Hollywood garbage. Pai Tai says garbage. I know he meant garbage, but it's funny that it says garbage. No, dude, maybe it is garbage. That's a joke. That's a pun.
Yeah, welcome.
Oh, man, Pai Tai. Man, I'm starting to like this Pai Tai. Especially the scenes where our hero, a 60-year-old guy, has special tricks under his sleeves to manipulate and win races. It's a laugh. I suggest that all the other race drivers are idiots, and only our old fox knows how it works. A complete laugh. Almost all sports movies are horrible to watch, and also this is a total disgrace. When I watched the movie, it didn't entertain me at all. As a matter of fact, when I left the cinema, I was completely disappointed. What a mess. 1 out of 10.
What a garbage review.
That review is garbage.
They say that this is not an F1 movie. Like, this is the epitome of an F1 movie. It's called F1.
Exactly. Also, Pai Tai doesn't like sports at all, or seeing people win.
It might have been picked last in gym class.
Like, what is up? There are so many good sports movies, dude. We could talk for hours about sports movies, bro.
Yeah, Boys in the Boat Pod. We did our Mount Rushmore sports movies.
Shameless plug. Go listen to JJ and I's pod and our first time Johnny, Utah, to the show, Boys in the Boat. It's a good listen. There's some stuff in there that you're going to like. So
yeah, and Pai Tai can get some sports movie recs.
Yeah, Pai Tai, go listen to Boys in the Boat pod and then come talk to me. All right, the last 10 out of 10. We saved the best for last, JJ.
Let's hear it.
10 reasons not to watch this film. And this is a 10 out of 10. This is given to us by Steve.
10 tens.
Don't watch F1 the film with Brad Pitt. He starts. Steve says, I'm intrigued, Steve. 10 reasons not to watch this film, as you won't enjoy the action, sound, music, story, acting, comedy, special effects, stunts, photography, and realism. Unless you're like me, and then you'll absolutely love it. My observation is this: it's nothing like the real F1. In fact, it's better. It's how F1 should be. Both drivers working together with the team on a non-orthodox strategy to get a driver to the top. The team white and black logo of Apex really resonated with me. It's somewhat closeness to that of DXC technology. If they had an F1-owned team, then I'm sure they would be about the same. Nice afternoon and money well spent with 2 hours and 40 minutes of entertainment, and more importantly, air conditioning, which it's 38 degrees Celsius outside. Remember, this is recommended both on IMAX. 10 out of 10.
Wow.
A lot going on with Steve.
Kind of flipped this on us.
He started out hating it, and he's like, nope. What I say is all of those are 10 out of 10s for me.
I like that he liked their logo, the AXP, the fake company that they're wearing. And then he mentions DXC. What is that? Dix?
DXC technology, Dick technology. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like he's more in the know than us, but
yeah, we
appreciate the review.
Appreciate the review, and we know he's probably across the pond because he said 38 degrees Celsius.
Correct.
How hot is that? Because I don't know what that is.
I don't think it's that. I mean, we live in the desert, so I don't think that's that hot compared to where we're at.
No one knows how hot it is until they've. I guess people in Texas and Arizona, New Mexico probably know it hotter than Utah, but
They got it.
Thanks, Steve. Brings us to the hottest segment in podcasting. Should or shouldn't you watch this? Always close your ears on that one, gentlemen and ladies. I've got 5 reasons why you should watch F1. JJ, fill in the blanks as we go along. Number 1, if you like cars and cars that go fast, this should be for you.
Yeah, 100%.
Number 2, if you want to see what a 61-year-old Brad Pitt looks like, we all like Brad Pitt, so then go see this.
Still looking good.
Still looking good. I'm not like, I was staring at him with the shirt off, but he's 61. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing. Him and TC, I need their ointments and creams. What are they doing? The secrets, I need them. I got off topic there. Number 3,
Well,
if you're a fan of F1, I think you should watch this. I'm not a fan of F1, but I would think that it would be a good time for you.
Yeah, I think this movie might have been made for F1 fans.
Yeah, and listen, this is my number 4. If you don't know much about F1, then I think you should watch it. It's like a good gateway into the sport if you want. It's like, hey, check this out. Have you ever? But it's also a good movie.
That's one thing I really like about this movie is how authentic it is. I mean, Brad Pitt's actually driving. They're on location of these F1 races. It's pretty incredible. So, yeah, if you're a fan or not a fan, it's a glimpse into their world, which is really fascinating.
I agree. And we're going to talk a little bit about that more probably this week and next week about the detail and what they went to really make this be as authentic as it could be. Finally, number 5, if you're going to see this, please see it in IMAX. That's the only way to experience it. And listen, if you're going to go to a movie and you're like, I don't know if there's anything good to see in a movie. If there's an IMAX version of some movie, it's going to be better seeing it in IMAX every time.
100%. I would just add on too, like, the racing scenes in this film are worth the price of admission alone. The camera works, the angles I've never seen before, the innovative design, just awesome.
Yeah, it's mind blowing. You have to see it. Any other reasons?
All good reasons.
Let's get into by the numbers.
For God's sake, just give me the damn number!
I had conflicting numbers on the budget. You want to try to guess?
Oh man, I bet this was outrageous because I know they followed the whole season.
Two seasons because of the strike.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna say 200 million.
That was the low end of the estimates. They're thinking that it's probably closer to 250 to 300 million.
Dang.
But listen, Apple's worth $1 trillion. Like,
it'll be fine.
They'll be fine. Yeah.
It's doing really well at the box office right now. So
yeah, I did look up some preliminary numbers. It's been out in the US, it's been out for 4 days.
Okay.
So here's the numbers that I have. Do you want to guess or do you want me to just tell you?
Just give me.
This is per Variety. So Variety magazine. Okay, I think we can trust them. F1, the movie brought in 144 million globally, with the US and Canada bringing in the most with 56.6 million, followed by the UK with 9.2 million and China with 9 million.
All right.
So, I mean, that's a good sign. It's definitely needs to make more money.
Yeah. I thought it would do really well in Europe, considering F1, European drivers.
Yeah, maybe it's not out in the UK yet.
You had a number there for the UK. Maybe.
Oh yeah, that's right, UK. But maybe it's not out in some markets.
Yeah, exactly. France. Who knows?
Yeah, I looked this up, and some guy, his name is Matt McGloin from Cosmic Book News. He says F1 the movie has a mammoth budget, reported to be up to 300 million by some accounts. And according to Variety, Apple put the production budget at 200. So it's between 300 and 200, he's saying. Using the industry standard of 2.5x to break even, that means the movie would need to gross between 500 and 750 million just to break even. So he's saying it's a failure.
That's a lot of numbers you just threw out right there.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's where we're at. Yeah, well, we're in the numbers category.
In the long run, Apple will be just fine.
Yeah, listen, and also you can't factor in Apple TV subscriptions that they potentially will get.
Yeah.
You can't factor in the fact that they probably don't care if this movie loses money.
I know Pitt wants to do a sequel, so we'll see.
Yeah, I heard some crazy rumors that we might need to get into next week already. Right. Forbes estimated that the film made, this is interesting, $40 million from sponsorships and brand deals. They were already ahead $40 million before they released it. Brad Pitt, guess what he was paid to do F1?
What is he making these days?
The number that I'm about to read burst my top. $30 million.
Worth it.
I mean, it is worth, that's a lot of money, dude, for one movie.
Brad Pitt.
I know, but the article said it was the biggest salary of his career.
Good for him.
I mean,
as it should be.
Yeah, he's at the top of the mountain and only halfway up.
I don't know about that, but he's coming off, like Once Upon a Time, his Oscar win a couple years ago. Like, he's still crushing it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thanks, Brad. Joseph Kaczynski said that they had over 5,000 hours of footage, and they had almost 2 years to edit because of the strikes, which allowed them to get it right. They edited this thing for 2 years.
That's crazy. But I like taking advantage of, when they were on strike. That's smart.
Yeah, I mean, you look at something that seems really horrible, but it turned out to be better for all of us. All right, my last number. Apple created custom cameras to mount on the race cars, and they were operated by a special remote control designed by Panavision. Each car had 15 camera mounts and could hold up to 4 different cameras at a time. To keep the cars unencumbered by extra weight, the cameras were only 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters in size, a quarter of the size of the cameras used for Top Gun Maverick in the planes.
That's crazy that they were to advance that technology just from Maverick to this one, that much.
Yeah, that is insane. Pretty cool. That's going to allow some really interesting camera work in the near future.
Yeah. The camera work in the racing scene is probably my favorite thing about this movie.
Yeah, I agree. Anything else before we close our non-spoilery zone?
Yeah, Mr. Priest, popcorn. I got some numbers.
Oh, yours always are top notch.
I went heavy on some numbers this segment, and I was just curious about actual F1 and some numbers about that.
Okay.
So there's 24 Grand Prix races a year, or a season, I should say. They go to 21 countries, 5 continents.
So one season is like a season of the NBA.
I think it's longer, and they're going to 5 continents. It's like 2 seasons of The Amazing Race.
Whoa, and it's 24 races. 24
total races, yeah.
Okay.
The top guy in F1 is Max Verstappen, I think is how you say it. He actually makes a cameo in the movie. How much do you think he makes a year?
I have no idea. It's going to astound me, though.
$65 million 1 year. That's higher than what the top NBA guy's making. Curry, I think, made $60 million last year. Top NFL, they're at the top of the food chain.
That's pretty insane.
5.5 pounds is the average weight drivers lose during one race.
Just in sweat?
Yeah. The extreme physical conditions and the sweat they go through, 5.5 pounds.
No way.
Yeah, they can lose up to 8, I think 8.8 I saw.
That's insane.
Yeah, I thought that was a crazy number.
Where does that 8 pounds of water go?
I don't know. They're just perspiring. sweaty. Butt sweat makes butt wet. The world's fastest pit stop, 1.8 seconds.
Oh, man. Now that I've seen a proper pit stop in this film, that really surprises me.
It's insane how fast they're able to move. The record for the fastest speed on an F1 track, a driver got up to 231 miles per hour. Then I saw in an interview with Pitt. Pitt was able to go, this is nuts. He was able to go 197 miles per hour in an F1 car.
He's just an actor. That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable speed. Sorry, it gets a little gruesome. I was wondering how many deaths there have been.
Since F1 inception or the last?
Yeah, so since 1952 in F1.
Okay.
Because it's a dangerous sport. There's wrecks in the movie.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
There's been 51 deaths. So I thought it was going to be a little more, to be honest.
I mean, that's still a lot. That's almost like one every other year.
Yeah.
More than one every other year.
More than that.
So if no one died last year, this next season, someone's going to die.
Yeah. Like the most recent death, I think, was like 2015. And the guy that died was a champion.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Just underscores how dangerous this sport is.
Stanharus, dude.
Yeah. NASCAR, surprisingly, had more deaths. And since 1948, they had 128 deaths.
Whoa.
But 20 of those were spectators. So
I mean, the NASCAR fans, they get a little rowdy.
Yeah, get those barricades.
And they need to stay back, but they get also intense. They're really intense fans. Get too close, you might get clipped.
Exactly. And then heavy on numbers, but I think you said Pitt was what, 61, 60 years old?
Something like that.
Our boy TC 62, and just thankful for those guys. They're certified movie stars and just crushing it. They've been in our lives for what, 40 years now, and just still enjoy seeing them.
Yeah.
It's been a great summer.
Yeah.
With the Mission Impossible, and then we get F1. So
love these guys. Thanks. I mean, thank you.
Yeah. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. We're out there supporting you. We're buying the weird popcorn buckets and everything that are out there. We love you. Okay. All right. No more numbers. That was pretty sick, dude.
Yeah. This is interesting. Some Grand Prix numbers for us.
Yeah, I like that. That was really kind of set the stage if someone wanted to go see this after listening to part 1. At this point, there may be some spoilers up ahead, so go watch this and then come back. And next week, we'll join us for the finale of Zoom, Zoom, Zoom from 2025. I'm on the social medias. I dare you to message the great Popcorn Priest at Popcorn Priest. I love movies and would love it if you'd share the love. Share this with the movie lover in your life. For the cost of a cup of coffee, you can help the Popcorn Priest support his movie addiction and allow him to keep giving you these labor of love reviews by visiting patreon.com/Popcorn Priest. Lastly, the easiest way to support the show and the most free is like and subscribe. And give us a 5-star review, easier than getting out of an F1 car if you're fat. As always, thanks for listening. And thanks to my special guest. Time for my ice bath, JJ.
Thanks for having me, Popcorn. We'll see you next week.
Join us next week for part 2 of F Yeah from 2025. We'll see you then.